FMU, you're on the air.
Ah, yeah. Sharpling.
What is this, W.C. Fields? Ah, yes.
Oh, yes, your imitation of me is quite adequate.
What can I do for you?
Oh, I'm so glad that you're back.
Well, thank you, Spike.
Mike and Teresa were interesting, but there's nothing like you being on.
Well, you're sweet to say that. Did you enjoy Mike, though?
Yeah, he was interesting. Him and Teresa.
Therese.
Close enough. But they were interesting.
What are we doing, a comedy routine here? No, her name is Therese.
Uh-huh.
How's your book coming? Still keeping it at work?
No, I have it. I do have it here in the house.
Then let's hear some of it.
Well, it's locked. I have to get the key.
Oh, yeah, well, we got to get the key. Is the key at work?
Well, I can read you, a little excerpt of it. An interview I did with somebody on the bus.
Let's hear it.
Okay, well, the gentleman's name...
As anybody who's been listening to the show, you know this guy Spike, who calls. He is a degenerate who is...
No, not degenerate. A normal human being.
Okay, he is a normal human being.
That's better.
Who has been documenting the seedier side of life with his book, Weirdos Exposed. Now, he has been talking about this book for a while. I don't think it exists. I still don't think the book exists. He claims it does. The last time we spoke about it, Spike was saying he kept the book at work, where it would be safe, because he doesn't know who's going through his house, which has no basis in the way things work in the real world, but we will move forward. Now, please, everybody sit back and get ready, because Spike is going to read a segment from his book, Weirdos Exposed. The floor is yours, Spike.
Okay, well, anyway, the gentleman's name is Scott, and I met him on a bus in Brooklyn, going to Kings Plaza, and he was talking to himself.
Yeah. Okay.
So basically I asked him...
But no, you're talking about the book right now.
Right. And I asked him why he chooses to talk to himself, and his response was...
Now, is this the beginning of the book? Now does the book begin? You've set up the clip, so to speak.
Right.
Here comes the book. Mm-hmm. You are going to be reading, not talking now.
Yes, okay.
Let's hear it. The debut, the world premiere.
Talking.
The world premiere of Weirdos Exposed.
I talk to myself because I get so much satisfaction. I don't like to socialize with other people. I find other people to be losers, degenerates, perverts, trollops, and just plain damaged goods. And, an example of me talking to myself is one day I was crossing the Williamsburg Bridge, and a group of teenage degenerates were walking behind me. So I started to talk to myself and answer myself, and they left me alone. Sometimes I do that, when I find people annoying, I start to do that so people will not bother me. As I stated before, I don't like other people. I don't like human beings. They're annoying. Very annoying. Not that I want to be another Bernard Goetz, but I just don't like people near me, especially teenagers. They're degenerates, and I wish they...
This is not written, what you're saying. This is you talking.
Talking as the person I'm interviewing. It's me as the person I'm interviewing.
But are you reading this?
Yes.
And all those and things were in the text?
Well, no, my throat was a little dry, so I had to, cough a little bit to...
Now, when are you going to start reading the book?
I just did. Just read you an excerpt.
Oh, I thought you were talking about yourself.
No, not about me.
I thought that was you.
I was talking in the third person as the person I was interviewing.
Well, can you go back one paragraph then, pick it up?
Okay, which paragraph do you want me to start at?
Back to the point when you were talking on the walking and the kids were bugging you.
Oh, the Williamsburg Bridge.
You.
Okay.
They were bugging, what was this guy's name again? Scott. They were bugging Scott.
Right, and I'm walking across the bridge,
dumbest thing I've ever been a part of. He can't hear me.
Are behind me.
Uh-huh.
So I started to talk to myself, and I started to answer myself. I got satisfaction, and these teenage hoodlums chose
he did not
to
say
leave me alone
before.
because they thought I was a little nuts.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I do that so people will think I'm nuts, so they don't bother me. Like I said, I don't like other people, and I choose to be by myself.
And this is you? This is what? Now, what did Scott have to say about any of this?
Oh, he loved what I wrote. I met him a week or two later, and I showed him part of what I wrote.
Mm-hmm. Did he agree with your philosophy on teenagers?
Oh, definitely. Oh, definitely.
So you and Scott are one and the same almost.
Not quite.
Mm-hmm.
He's a much older gentleman.
Can you send me this? I would like to take a chance. I would like to take a crack at reading this also.
Oh, very well.
Can you send it to me?
Okay.
Email it to me. I will read. I would like to. Maybe I can be involved in the audio book for Weirdos Exposed, because Spike, it's no great secret that your voice is not the strongest in terms of. You would not cut it in the audio book market. They don't want to hear. They don't want to hear you reading a book with that marble mouth.
I don't have a marble mouth.
You do.
No, I don't.
You do.
I don't.
They don't want to hear you reading a book. They want to hear somebody like me who can project.
You mean act out?
Yes, I will take your words, or actually Scott's words, by way of you, and I will bring them to life.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how old was Scott?
About 60.
About 60?
60, 61.
Mm-hmm. Send those, and I would like to take a crack at reading that, Spike. You have my email address.
Yes, I do.
Yes. Thank you.
Very well.
You have a great night.
Carry on.
Carry on. Aye, aye, Skipper. I can't take it anymore. That was the fakest thing you ever heard, right, Mike?
It was.
I mean, he was stammering. He clearly was not reading.
I think he's talking about himself in there.
Yeah. Oh, he's saying this is Scott. Then he's saying this is how I feel. He doesn't know what he's talking. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you in the middle of a conversation, Mike?
I've got Frederick's on.
So anyway,